any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct.
And now they can spring out of defence. Pirlo. And it's Messi. Zola. Here's Roberto Carlos. Zola. It's a good spell of possession, this. And there's the shot! They get a throw in. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Stam with the clearance.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zanetti. Roberto Carlos gets across and deals with it.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Pelé. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Messi. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And it's Pirlo. Tries from distance. Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
No, it's come to nothing. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Batistuta. Good effort from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
And that is out of play. Beckenbauer. Paris Saint-Germain yet to have an attempt on goal. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Now it's Pelé. Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. He's played it back, looking to pass their way up the pitch. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Pelé! It's Pelé! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Guardiola. And it's Rijkaard. Passes short and sharp. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. Look at the space here.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Batistuta. And it's Messi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Koundé, Guardiola. That's a sharp pass. Ball played for Rijkaard. Silvestre. Pirlo. Zola. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup, and it's Roberto Carlos. Koundé cuts out the pass. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Costa Curta. Nice sequence of passes this. Van Basten. Zola. Pelé. And it's Roberto Carlos. To Marquinhos. Conte. Zola. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Osimhen. Now the shot at goal! There it is!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that.
Tries a shot! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Reflections on the first half?
I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. Pelé! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Ups for safety. Shin to shin. Just about within shooting range. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Guadalajara really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Koundé. And it's Zanetti. Aimed beyond the defence. Forced to go back. It's Van Basten! Zola, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Roberto Carlos. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And he can clear it away. Zanetti. Caught offside that time. Batistuta in with the challenge. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Now it's Osimhen. Zanetti. That's a shade optimistic. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And here's Messi. Knocks it out wide. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Pelé. Pelé, good strong midfield running here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Brilliantly cut out. Now it's Messi. And it's Batistuta. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Messi. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to...
And the finish! Well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.